Hello there coders, Foxy Code here, and today we're going to be wrapping up our little quiz sort of app. So if you remember last time, we added some basic functionality where you can technical difficulties, where we enabled it so that you can click. This only works on the last button though, which is kind of awkward. We're gonna do full reset. So 1, 2, 3. After the third one, we get an error. Why do we get an error? Well, it's very simple. It's because we're going outside of the list index. So we're going to create a very simple fix to this. Okay, guys? So what we're going to do first, we're going to ignore this exception. And second of all, we're quickly going to change our set state so it works for everything. So you typically don't want to do this. You want to create a function or something. However, I'm just being kind of lazy. So yeah, and before this, we're also going to create another variable. This is going to be called score, and that'll be equal to 0 at the start. We're going to slowly modify the final output based upon the score. And again, I really don't recommend you writing everything out like this. Make a function or something. This is just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so anyway, we do all of this. And what we can do here is very simple. We can just put in an if statement. So I know what you're thinking is, wait, you must be thinking, I can just put an if statement in my code. Well, yes, but you have to do it right, okay? So we're going to have not exactly an if statement, but more exactly a tenary operator. A tenary operator is kind of like an if statement, but you can put it inline in your code, so you don't need this whole block going around it. So let me quickly show you how this works. If everything is if question index is less than 3. Okay, so question index less than 3. Cool. Now we put question mark. This will be question index. If it's less than 3, question mark. This is what's going to be output. Cool. So now we're going to go to the end of our column, and now we're going to put a colon, and now we're going to put test complete. Very simple, right? So now let's reset the code, do a full reset. Okay, what's your favorite color? Black. What's your ideal pet? Snakes. Who here is your idol? I have none. And that just test complete. Very cool. So now we're just gonna change this to quiz complete. We'll put this inside of a center tag. Just cut this. Center, child, text. Save. Okay, test complete. And we'll also drop this inside of a column. Children. And now we're gonna have a text. And here's where we're gonna put our output. So now what we could do is we could do some nested ternary operators, but that gets messy incredibly quickly. So instead what we're gonna do is you could do that. We'll just go with the nested ternary operators just for simplicity. Eventually I'll show you guys a much better way to do that. So what we're gonna do is score is the last